And welcome back to Invul versus AaB Esports, Game 2 of the series of the night for the Battle of First Seed. Invul Lotus took Game 1, meaning that they have the advantage in the series and in the race for First Seed, as we did say before the stream, or at the start of the stream. Whoever wins this series guarantees first. And they've taken a step. So now all AaB can do is match. Take it to a tie, take it to the last game of the season. Which will be harder for them because they are facing Hydras, who are currently third in the standings as of right now. I didn't check just before this. And Invul Lotus are playing Flong, who are second from bottom. So they're 2 and 6. I believe Hydras are 5 and 3. So it's one of those. It could go either way, but you know, happens. And again, I'm joined by Kezim. We'll be just waiting for the teams to draft it up, as I did get an update from the main roster of Invul. We're currently 1-0 down to Rich Gang, so not doing well for them.
Div 3 is where it's at, I think.
But we're having a good time over here.
Yeah, we're having a good time down here. It's okay.
Div 3.2 is where it's at.
Eris low is where it's at.
Eris low. No, this is not Eris low. This is Eris high right now.
This is much higher than Eris.
The main roster in Eris low. But yeah, I mean, we've got 2 games going on in one night, which is very annoying for preparation and stuff. But so you have to call them forecasters, 2 production teams, or two guys to do production. It's one of those. But we've got the better team. We've got the better game going on right now. As we saw a dominant performance from Slice in the first game against AaB. Yeah, I mean, what do you want AaB to change?
I mean, I think Diana ban might be necessary. Like I said, I did point out at the start though that I didn't feel like their comp made sense because Malphite wants to go in, Viego wants to follow up on Engage, so that does make sense. Swain does not have the range to be able to catch up with this, and neither does Ezreal. So it didn't really make sense necessarily, like what they were actually trying to do with their comp. And obviously, you know, top was a somewhat difficult matchup. Mid wasn't easy. Like bot wasn't easy. I mean, I feel like obviously there was like some issues. Like a couple of times they did get caught out when they really didn't need to. But I feel like the problems did start a little bit more in Champ Select as well. It wasn't just, well, no, obviously, I mean you can go whatever way you want, but there was more to it than just Champ Select, obviously. But I don't think Champ Select helped necessarily.
Yeah, it's one of those where basically they kind of drafted 3 losing lanes. Like the way the early game went, Lana and Marcus are pushing in bot side on the Ezreal. Zeri has more wave clear than Ezreal early. Yasuo or Swain, it's kind of one of those where it can go either way. Might just be the way the wave was going. But then top lane Nod will just outpush Malphite. So you've kind of got 3 like non-prior lanes. And then you've got to ask Bobaz to do something. And he tried and it didn't really succeed. And Slice just found better angles and got his lead and ran with it. Obviously, there was that early double kill that happened where Slice tried to make the play in mid lane. Lofty and him are a bit off the same page. Lofty ults before the Moonlight Vigil came through. Double flash out from Scuffed and Bobaz. They turn the fight because of the extended trade from the Swain ult. And then Lofty just gets his fade run and Slice falls over. Which is a good sign, but then it never happened again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think there's a lot that you can look at, obviously, but I think, I mean, it just sort of like all 5 players on Invul played very well. I think, at least in my opinion, I think it was very good showing from majority of them.
Maybe
a couple mistakes, but
I'll let you finish. And then I'll say what I was gonna say.
No, you go on.
As I tune into the other stream just to double check on what's happening over there, and I see a Yasuo Diana for Invul.
I mean,
so they were losing the game while watching Lotus play.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's the only explanation.
What is this? Both teams helping each other draft. I could never have thought about it.
I mean, I think Diana with her Sunfire build is absolutely disgusting, and I think Yasuo is also very strong at the minute. So I mean, it definitely makes sense to me. very high prio for those
Like,
two.
Yasuo Dano is strong in general because of the setup
Yeah,
explosive burst, but then
but
you
when both of the champs are quite strong at the minute.
yeah, and then you add a tank Diana that doesn't die and is just a
Yeah,
permanent like tenacity CC bot for the Yasuo. Jesus Christ.
yeah, it's really hard to play against. I mean, obviously Sunfire is getting nerfed next patch, so I don't know how much that will affect Diana because I don't actually think I've seen a Diana build, you know, Diana items this patch. So,
I mean,
but
they build
I'm
Nash's
excited
and
for it.
Nash's and Zhonya's, right?
Oh yeah, those two items. Yeah,
Yeah,
Zhonya's
yeah, that's a
yeah.
dead Diana items, right? Cope.
It's okay. All of the, I actually hold on. I will fact check this right now, but I don't know if there are any AP assassins that don't have higher win rates on tank mythics than their normal mythics. But I will fact check this if you give me a second.
Akali.
I know Akali has higher on Sunfire than any of her other mythics. Well, no, actually, that's the lie. I think Cam tanks are highest, and
Oh,
I think after that it's Sunfire. Hold on, I'll tell you now. At least the manaless ones, because obviously Ari and stuff will have normal win rates. The ones that, particularly the ones that will be building Rocket Belt or Riftmaker, most of those champions seem to have higher win rates. Yeah. So Akali's two highest win rate items are Sunfire and Chem Tank. And I will continue. Next one would be, I think Elise. Yeah, Elise is next. Elise, if I can find it. Okay, Elise actually has highest win rate Night Harvester, but after that it is Sunfire, and I know people have been building Sunfire on it, but we are
as
getting into draft,
as
so I
we get
will.
into draft, as we see the teams actually swap sides, Alborg, it's Alborg, right? Alborg, that's it, Borg, not Berg, Borg. AaB, they chose red side, and we see the draft running through. We see a Veigar, Gwen
Pretty much the
ban,
same bans as last time.
Seraphine,
Oh,
Draven.
but that was banned last time. Yeah,
Yes.
it was. Yeah, because Leonard did play well on it in the last game, so
No, Draven was not banned last time.
not last
Oh
game
no,
as
it
in the first
was. No,
day.
it was banned. It was banned. It was actually.
Yeah, it was banned
I'm
last
being
game.
confused because Invul banned Seraphine, Karma, Veigar last time. Diana ban comes through.
I mean, it's always red side that ban. So
Oh, saucy.
aha!
I don't have the draft order, so
That is
obviously
a Vlad top, however.
Vlad top into a Malphite is a very good pick. So I assume no.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I've been saying this for the longest time as an Akali one trick. Akali Lee Sin mid jungle duo. Once they hit level 6,
Wait a minute.
you cannot do anything against them.
Wait a
It
minute.
is so difficult.
Wait a minute. Kale mid.
Kale mid as well. Uh,
So obviously the Gnar I assume will be banned on the side of AaB. That's why probably the Vladdy was picked up. But Vladimir, a very good pick into Malphite. It's kind of like the Mordekaiser one, but you're just free scaling.
and one thing about this though is that the level, the amount of value that this Viego has with DD Maw this game is really disgusting. He's gonna be so hard to kill.
Yeah, he is going to be hard to kill. But I mean, if Invul can find an early lead, and oh my god, that's going to be the Twitch.
Oh no.
Oh,
Invul.
and Renata, very good in this situation. The ult is going to be pretty strong for that Jinx KO. Two auto attackers are going to turn. And if you press the wrong button at the wrong time, KO turns, presses E, and you've just E'd your whole team.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of a nuke going down in the middle.
I mean,
Also, Jinx with Lulu empowered autos, autoing her own team. Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, obviously the champion I know the most about in this draft is obviously going to be Akali, but I don't really like her in this game, to be honest. One thing, I think, okay, I think my biggest issue with it is the fact that the Viego, because they are playing two AP champs with a lot of burst, Maw is going to do wonders for Bobas in this game. I can't say that name with a straight face. And obviously as well, you're gonna have to force the nature on the Malphite. Standard procedure. If there's an AP champ in your game, you build that item. They don't actually exist anymore. And then on top of that, Lulu. Okay, Lulu Akali is a weird one because Lulu can actually reveal Akali in her shroud, but she has to use her E before Akali's in there, or if she shows, she can use it and then reveal her afterwards. But also, the polymorph point and click CC, it's just that's what beats Akali. It's point and click CC in the middle of fight. It's really difficult to deal with her if you can burst it. It's really easy to deal with her if you can burst it down, excuse me.
But one thing I've
And
noticed again here, from the side of AaB, is they've drafted a bit of a losing matchup mid lane. Kale, very strong level 1. Like, don't get me wrong, Kale level 1 is pretty strong. Because of the ramping attack. If he goes lethal tempo, he goes E first or Q first, he can slow and do damage to Akali. Because Akali, obviously, she has to wait a few levels to really start clearing the wave. But if you're the side of Lotus here, you've got a chill matchup topside. Zanity,
Yeah.
he's vibing, he's thriving, he's gonna he's gonna farm it up.
Yeah. I mean, go on. The thing about that though is that the fact that it's a chill matchup isn't necessarily a good thing for. It's not an even trade because of
No.
how much more Vladimir scales, particularly with items and farm, than he does than the likes of Malphite, for example.
Yeah, so Malphite will probably be stronger early, but the problem is here is if Zanity can find the backline, which we saw him do last game a few times, that Jinx is terrified. She has literally 4 champions running at her. Like, Twitch can appear from a flank. Lonar, if he goes the correct build, which is the Bork Kraken build, no one's going to be able to run away from him. He will slow you to hell. And then you've got Lee Sin, Akali, Vladdy running at you. Like, it can be very hard to play fights on both sides. If you're Invul, you're playing such a high mechanic game right now because you have no front line.
Yeah, one thing I'm concerned about though is that obviously you have Kale with tempo, you have Jinx with a Lulu and with lethal tempo, you have a Viego who naturally does well in extended fights. The thing is, this Lee, after a while, once he gets 1 or 2 rotations of spells down, he will struggle a little bit in the extended fights, along with Akali having the exact same thing with the energy. Vlad is he can kind of go for extended fights more late game, but he is a lot of upfront burst. And Twitch as well. Once his ult is down, he's obviously a lot weaker than he would be before. So I think fights have to end, quickly. Like these fights have to be, 1 rotation of spells from each player in Invul, and the fight has to be over then. It has to be, won. Like there has to be no way back into it because once the Jinx gets her tempo stacked, once the Kale gets her tempo stacked, if Viego gets a reset or 2, it's gonna be really difficult in extended fights. So I mean, it just depends. I think there's definitely a lot on Isaac GM. I don't know if that's his actual IGN. I don't know if that's just his IGN. Isaac. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a lot on Isaac here to keep his Kale and keep his Jinx live. Obviously, the Kales will help with that as well, and the Viego. But I think it's definitely there's a lot on him. If he can keep his carries alive long enough, I think the fights are definitely going to swing more in their favor. But just dealing with this amount of upfront bursts that the side of Invul has is going to be very difficult for the most part.
I mean, if Invul get a lead like they did last game, the game can be over.
Yeah, because obviously, Vlad, incredibly good snowballing champ. Lee Sin, incredible snowballing champ. Akali, one of the best snowballing champs in the game. Twitch. Another one of the best snowballing champs in the game. Yeah, there's so much snowballing potential. It's really, one mistake. That's the thing. It's such a volatile game, because the thing with Jinx and Kale is they will get strong no matter what, right? That is they will, and Twitch obviously who does scale very well. A Twitch with a lead and a Twitch without a lead are
2 different beasts.
Yeah, it's a different champion. Like obviously Jinx with a lead is really, really good, but she will get strong, But I think Twitch, at least in my opinion, needs a lead a little bit more than Jinx does. Obviously the Vlad will scale as well, but like I said, a Vlad when he's ahead is disgusting. It's really difficult. It's so hard to do anything. So I think it's definitely going to be one of those games where if they can play it, really, really well and stall it out, they definitely have a really, really good chance of winning. But it's just, it's small mistakes, one bad fight, even as much as a mechanical misplay, just leading to 1 kill, for example. Like, especially if this Kale manages to get to level 11 without dying, it's going to be so difficult to win. Because if Kale gets to level 11, that means Akali is not, too far ahead, unless she's just been completely out of lane the entire game. And if she's been out of lane the entire game, then Kale's been free farming.
It's going to be a Doran's Blade start for the Kale.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think... Yeah, I can see it. I mean, the Akali Kale matchup it's not as Akali favorite as people think. It's easy, don't get me wrong, but it's not... You don't want Akali if you see the Kale, Like if you see the Kale get picked, it's not... You're not saying, oh, I'm going to go Akali here, because, she's not strong early game anymore. Yeah, like, once she hits level 6, it's obviously that go button, you can do whatever you want. Level 6 to 11 is when she's really, really, really good. But if you compare it to a really good mid lane bully like Auction, for example, it's a lot better, particularly into the Gale.
As we see an early ward down from Scuffed, spotting out Slice on his go down to the red buff. And a start from Bobas. He's just going to start the red buff this time. Or he started it last time, but he's going to start top side. And Babastan going to get a trade early from Zanity. Going to out-trade him with the Comet.
I mean, Vlad actually going for the Dark Seal start, which, I mean, is a little bit interesting considering Malphite does have, he does have poke. Like that Q is on a short cooldown, although it does use almost his entire mana bar every time he uses it. It is still good poke.
It is a lot of mana that goes through.
Yeah.
As I think the first few levels are going to see a little bit of quietness from both sides.
Yeah.
As I say this, and Slice is already pinging mid lane.
I mean, this
and he's gonna edge in. Scuff doesn't know about this. Slice can hit the Q. The flash is out, and that's gonna be prio straight for Lofty now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better to just play it safe rather than trying to get away without the flash. Because, like, I mean, even if you give up some CS, like, obviously it does contribute to a lead, but I think a kill, like, risking a kill, I don't think it's worth it.
Bobas is looking for the invade. Obviously, he knows Lee Sin's only taken 2 camps, probably on his 3rd camp now. Bobas is going for the invade. As the camera doesn't want to show. He wants to show us top side. We're going to swing over, and Bobas is going to lose the blue buff, I do believe. But he's going to...
This is a kill for a Collier,
but I think Bobas will fall here. And it's not really a good one to go in. I think Slice, you probably just want to pick this one up now. First blood.
It's going to be first blood for the Lee Sin.
And that's one of those where it's like, okay, the invade is a good idea. You've seen the Lee Sin, you have a level advantage. Okay, cool. But you don't have lane prior.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Malphite. He can't really get it. The Kale, he can't really get it. I don't agree with the invade. But I mean, I don't play jungle. It's probably my least played role actually, and I know very little about it, at least in comparison to other roles. But well, like, I don't know, just
for me, it's
like it.
If I'm playing jungle, right, and I see the enemy jungler go for an early engage or early gank, level 2 gank, right, and I'm in a position where I can invade, I'm okay, cool, I'll look for it. But then I'm not gonna go. He went so far in, like he went so far in, he's not coming out. I will poke my head in. Okay, cool, this guy's hit, and I'm gonna walk away. Like, if I know I have prior. As you see Slice now looking for a top lane gang. No mana on the Malphite. He's going to flash, but he should just fall. Zanity tanking. He can just pull this one out. And they're just tanking it perfectly. That's and
I mean, not to be, classic, in classic solo queue style, I think this one isn't looking good at all. Just because this Vlad is going to be such a nightmare to deal with now. Because the Malphite, the thing, once he's level 6, he has really, really good gank setup, especially against a lot of immobile top laners. But, once this Vlad pulls that, obviously the Viego stun is still there, but it's just so hard to punish him, especially when the Lee can, Lee is winning pretty much any 2v2 or 3v3 around the map at this point.
Yeah.
He's got the Iron Spike Whip, which is a huge power spike for just about every wizard.
Boba's looking for a gank mid, not going to find anything. Has to get out. He did steal some of the Raptors away. As Lofty playing with fire here, going a bit aggressive. Ooh, he's looking for the level 6. I think he sees a kill potential here. Not going to get it.
It's just, like the thing about the invade, and the reason it's just so difficult to play right now is because you did see Lee topside. If it was a red buff invade, if maybe if the Lee had started bot side and you could go for a red buff invade, or if he had started topside, excuse me, and you could go for a red buff, I don't know. But it's just because this top matchup, especially the very first couple of levels, it's not easy because Vlad can out sustain the poke, and obviously Akali, she's not known for her level 1 to 3, but neither is Kale. Kale has a very good level 1, but after that she does struggle a lot. So I don't know. It's just. It feels like such an unnecessary thing to do, Like you do outscale. Viego outscales Lee Sin on his own. Vlad does outscale Malphite, but that's only one part of the map. Kale completely outscales Akali. Akali will be useless in this game past like 35 minutes unless she's completely fed. Jinx, I would consider to outscale Twitch, and Lulu obviously definitely outscales Renata. So I mean, it's just I don't think you need to go for these plays when you're playing into such a
Yeah, you just want to sit back and chill.
Such a famine team, yeah.
As they found him on Bobas on an invader again. He's not going to get punished for this time. Lofty's just dinging 6. Scuffed also dinging 6. Obviously, Bobas has the level advantage on Slice again.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
But, I mean, Slice, he's getting so much work done in this early game. Getting the early Drake. I mean, it's not going to be an Infernal Soul. It's not going to be a Mountain Soul. But I mean, if Invul gets Soul, it can be a bit of a win condition for them. Gives them a little bit more scaling, a little bit more time.
Hmm.
And also, if it's an Ocean Soul, Monka W.
Yeah. I mean, with the Vlad and the Lee Sin, that's going to be so difficult to deal with on its own. They do get it.
As I do believe I saw a ping down from Slice that he's coming topside. I think he might have been spotted on the ward, as I do see Babisan walking very far away from the turret. Slice not visiting this bot lane, just letting it chill.
How do you know it's an Ocean Soul?
No, I'm just saying if it.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously, we see the Infernal, we see the Mountain, and then it's a 1 of 3 chance, and I'm a gambling man. Also, Hex Soul will be very, very egregious for the Twitch.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know, I think that invade kill on the Viego earlier, I probably would have liked to see that go onto the Vladimir or the Akali a bit more, because, you know, Lee... I don't think Lee falls off, and that's literally just because of the utility of his ult. Like, his damage and his tankiness, sure, they do fall off, but the amount of utility that you get from the, I think it's Dragon's Rage off the top of my head, it's just so much, you know?
Yeah, I think...
He does turn into more of a facilitator late game.
I think the reason that he took it was you could see they were waiting. They saw like
Yeah, you don't want to lose too much.
Yeah, they were like, okay, cool, we're trying to kill him. Okay, cool. He's just walked back into jungle, and then Slice just waited a bit and was like, okay, cool, I'll just take it. You could see there was a clear debate of like, should I take it, should I not? Okay, take it. So we do see a bit of a farm lead in this mid lane. We see a farm lead in top side. We do see a farm lead in bot lane in this for the side for AaB, and quite a big farm lead in the jungle. But if your Lee doesn't really care about farming, it's about what he gets done in the early game, and that was a big chunk of damage.
Yeah, just that red Q, it just does so much. It's so difficult to deal with. No TP for the Malphite either. He's really going to struggle if he loses a switch.
You can see Boba's looking. He's going to be spotted on the ward. Sanity probably trying to shove this in and get out. Boba's dinging 6. But they're looking for this early Herald again from Invul. The bot lane have roamed up. Lonar moving to the mid side. Plander, the wave was semi-pushed in. He's going to just go and catch that bot wave. And that's another early Drake, another early objective for Invul Lotus.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really contest Herald with this. Like, you have the Malphite, he needs to scale. You have the Kayle, she needs to scale too. Viego definitely can, but when the two lanes are this, you know, in this much trouble, it's really difficult to go for anything.
And also, at the same time, it's like, okay, what do you lose on the side of Invul? You maybe lose one plate bot side, and that's being shared. You lose this wave, most of the wave, but, I mean, you don't maybe lose 2 plates, but they're not losing a lot in reply for that. And they also got Lonar to farm the mid wave, keep that pressure, which is always a thing that you always question. Like, we saw it, I think, most of spring, where, okay, one team's going to go for the early Herald, the other team keeps their ADC bot, he gets a lot of gold bot lane. But Plunder not getting too much gold is kind of okay for them.
I mean, I think definitely Plunder getting, you know, he is definitely looking like he's going to be the win con. Obviously, the Kayle will scale too. But Jinx does have a lead, and Jinx, when she has a lead, is really difficult to deal with, obviously. You know, once she gets those 3 items, she just, you know, it's just so much damage.
Bobas has been waiting here. He's got his W out. Lonar walking forward, walking back. Bobas going a little bit. Ooh, on the edge.
That is a problem because he used so much time. Lee Sin's caught up in farm and everything to him now.
And Lee with the Herald running topside. This might just be first turret for Invul. They're on a bit of a race. They're a bit of time. The Herald was dropped topside.
If you look at top, you can actually see that Malphite is rushing Force of Nature. He's not happy.
I mean, it's a value item here. Twitch also does a bit of AP damage as well, as they're gonna look for a dive maybe boss side. The stun comes down, W over the top, and oh, they're only gonna force this. Marcusa has ult. The Renata ult is very strong in this situation if you're looking to dive. Turret falls topside, first turret over to Lotus, 2k gold lead. Sanity fighting in the wave with Babisan. Slice on his way to bot side. And the Drake is up as well. No, looking for something here.
I think one thing actually about Twitch is that off the top of my head, I don't think he actually does any AP damage unless he's building AP. So I think if you're building AD, I think his E has hybrid damage, doesn't it? Not just hybrid scaling.
Oh, I do believe that actually. I think they did change it. I can't fully remember. Might want to check that because I do believe.
I'll check it now.
I think one of his items does a bit. One of his abilities does a bit of AP damage, but it's probably not enough to really matter.
Yeah.
There's a Slice looking for something bot lane. If he hits a Q, he will go, and it's not going to go through. Lonar not ulting just yet, zoning them off the wave. They're looking for this Drake. Sanity already down on the bot side. There's going to be another Drake over to Invul, and they're stacking these Drakes early. They're getting the game rolling in their favor. Obviously, the goal lead, not too much, but it hasn't exploded yet because they haven't been able to find any real considerable fight. But it's because AaB are really not looking to fight right now. As they're actually going to get the Hex Soul, which is going to be huge for the Twitch. As they're all looking bot line. Lana is going to flash over. He's going to all over. And Plan has to flash and get the Lulu ult. And Slice is flying in. The insect back. Isaac dies. Slice. Oh, no. Okay. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Slice went very far with the Q there. He was
with the flash coming out. I think that kill actually went to Vladimir, if I'm not mistaken. Or was
yes,
it it was Vladimir. So, I mean, obviously one kill going to Vladimir.
Lana, Bobas is here. Plander can also help here. Bobas going to miss the W. He's going to ult forward. But Marcuse is here. Marcuse has the ult, Bobas. You can't really do anything here, my friends. As Lana just scurries away, laughing in the face of adversity.
Okay, so I can tell you now that his E has base AD damage, but it doesn't have base AP damage. So if he's building AP, his E will do both, but if he's building AD, his E will only do AD.
That makes sense.
So AD Twitch is essentially only AD damage. He doesn't do any AP damage at all.
That makes sense.
Because the passive burn is actually true damage as well. So.
Also, one thing I want to point out, Lana did go the Ignite, and Marcuse has the Exhaust, which I love to see on Twitch. I hate seeing heal on Twitch, because you kind of want to be in the face of the enemy. You want to play that kind of very risky strategy. There's NLC moving down to catch his bot wave, and it's still only a 1k about 1k goal lead for Invul. That kill back onto Slice didn't really help their cause, but I mean Zanity, he is ahead of the clock here.
Yeah, I mean, two things to note is that this Kale and this Jinx are both 10 CS per minute. They're farming really, really well. They're keeping up, and both of their laners, Twitch and Akali, who would want to be ahead of them, haven't really gotten involved with the game yet. They're also keeping good CS, but CS isn't necessarily enough when it comes to these kind of champions, especially when you're playing against a team that outscales you this hard.
But
so I mean,
it's one of those where Sanity could just find Jinx and nuke her in a few seconds. Yeah. And I know Akali's AP ratios are insane. Even when you don't really have items, but if it's an ADC, you will die.
Yeah. I mean, it's enough to kill an ADC, but it's just, I do think something definitely needs to be done to prevent this Kale and Jinx from doing what they're doing.
Lofty's slowly losing this top side to the Malphite. Can't really do much damage to him, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, like I said at the start of the game, I don't really like the Akali here, especially with the Vladimir top. It just doesn't make sense to me. You're really struggling for something, like it's difficult to face tank this Jinx, to face tank this Viego, even the Kale, anything. So, as well, like I said, I assume we'll see a Maw very, very soon from Viego as well, along with a DD, and then he's basically immune to everything because bruiser items.
I'm seeing Nash's Tooth coming in for Scuffed in the mid lane. He's on his first item, still scaling up. Level 11 now, 5 away from 16.
I mean, yeah.
Level advantage on Sanity as well, and he's doing so much damage. Gonna goes forward.
He does pop the ghost.
Goes for the ghost. Bobas, flash of flash. Bobas is gonna get rooted back into the turret, and Lana's going forward, but the ult from the Viego comes through. But the Berserk and Lofty finds Plunder on the backside, and it's a double kill over for Lana. And where did Lofty come from?
That ability will never get old. It will never get old. Lulu just casually zapping away at her Jinx with her little wand.
And that's gonna be a Herald, and Zanity survived in the boss side. I think that's
one thing.
That's the fight.
One thing I was about to bring up though is that this Kale, you can see, like, I think obviously the point where Kale is especially, the point where Kale is obviously level 16. She's known for her big level 16 power spike, but level 11 is where she becomes a champion, and when you have her, when she's gotten to level 11 with, we're getting close to the bones of 11 CS per minute here, and she has not died yet. It really is, it is dangerous. Like it is. She is scaling, and she is getting a lot stronger. She is one of the stronger players in this game at the minute, and she's only gonna get stronger and stronger as the game goes on.
But my question to you is, obviously Invul, they found the fight there. They got another Herald. And the Drake's just about to spawn. If they crack over this mid-tier 1, they'll have a lot more power in the map. Do you think they are comfortable right now?
I think they are, but I don't know. I just think, it's really difficult to say, honestly, because you can see the Kayle in topside. They're going to take the top tower as well, and I think they're just going to give up the Drake. They're going to trade the, I think, that is a blue herald, so that they're trading the top tier.
As Babu-san, you might just be out of position here. He's going to get the herald, so Slice can't find it. He's going to just tank 2 turret shots for the sake of it.
One thing is that this gold is going to the Akali and the Lee Sin, but the other side of the map, the gold is going to a Kayle. It's just, I don't think it's really worth that trade in particular. Obviously, the position on the map allows Invul for a bit of an easier time getting the Drake, which they will take in about 5 seconds. But other than, map position-wise, I don't really like that trade, to be honest, because this Kayle is just getting so strong. You can see her damage stacking the tempo.
But now, AaB are on a clock. They have 5 minutes to give this Kayle as much power as possible, because the soul point fight will... Now... And Hextech Soul is not really a soul you want to give over to a Twitch.
Yeah. I mean, you can see she is strong though. She's not the Kayle that you can just walk over anymore, and she has to sit in side lanes and play really, really safe. She can fight. She can do her thing, especially when she gets all the way up to her exalted stacks and she gets that lethal tempo stack. She really is. She's autoing 4 people at a time from 3 screens away. It's really so difficult to deal with.
And it puts Invul on a bit of a clock as well, because obviously now Lana, he has to get to his Kraken Slayer as quickly as possible. They have to get as much gold into their all 3 champions, all 3 of their laners as quickly as possible. So, I mean, both teams are on a clock to scale quickly. And, I mean, we've seen Scuffed, he's farming a storm right now. He has a shutdown purely based on his farm. But also, Lana and Sanity both have their shutdowns, as Lana's going to recall now. Let's see what he can pick up. He's just going to be able to pick up a pickaxe. He still has 3 minutes 40 to get to that Kraken Slayer. I think that's the point where Twitch will become a problem, and if they do get Soul, it's going to be even more of a problem.
And I mean, yeah, the thing is, if this, I think the Dragon will almost decide the game, because it's so difficult to, because once, like I said, I keep bringing this up, once this Kayle does get strong, it's just going to be so difficult to deal with her, especially with such a short range comp. Obviously excluding the Twitch others, but I mean, if they can take this Drake, even delay it for a while, enough to get Kayle 3 more levels, I think it will be hard to lose, because it isn't only the Kayle, the Jinx is scaling at the same time, and even if she is 3 levels down, and she is, she's only doing 2 items. She has a 2-item power spike, but once she does get 3 items as well, that's just gonna make it. It's only going to get harder from here.
Invul looking to maybe dive mid here. Plander and Isaac, they've got the sides warded, but Sanity's coming on one side, Lofty's on the other. They're gonna zone him away from the turret. Sanity's gonna find Plander. That's a lot of damage. That's 2 flashes and an ult out from Isaac. Isaac, oh, the Q's gonna go wide. Babisan's gonna ult forward, and I think Lana is just gonna fall, and it's gonna be Isaac for Lana. It's a 1-for-1, and Lana, the shutdown. It goes onto the Malphite. But Kayle, again, free farming. Plander, oh my god. He stared death right in the face there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just the Kayle being top. Okay, so we are going to see a TP coming out for it, actually.
As Slice is looking for the insect kick through Bombas, and Sanity finds the kill. Well, Bombas, he's going to try trading onto Slice. He cannot find it. Slice is going to find another one. And Sanity's just going to try cleaning up this one. Babi-san taking a lot of damage, but oh my god, Slice. That was a furious kick.
Yeah, and that is probably going. They might be looking for the Kayle here. I think if Kayle dies here, the game can almost be considered over.
Oh, Scuffed. He is only level 14. Slice might just die. He's gonna Gore Drinker. He's gonna probably stay alive. No, he's not. The bailout comes through, but he's still gonna die anyway. Scuffed finds one. Can he find any more? He's just cleaning it up. Sanity's gonna fall. Scuffed is going. He's gonna dodge the ult from the Renata. Marcuse has to flash over the wall, and Scuffed turns at 1v4. Lofty is gonna just find it. Lana's gonna come in. He's gonna find the shutdown. That's gonna be huge for the Twitch. Lofty's gonna go to Babisan. Can he clean it up? Can he find this one? As Isak's trying to come in to save his top laner. Isak, they're all through. Lofty's gonna fall, and the Lulu kills.
Damage.
Oh,
that's really upsetting.
Invul keep a gold lead, but at what cost?
I mean, you can see now this Kale, the level of strength she has, and that was before. She's going for this Rabadon's next, and when she gets that, when she gets the Rabadons, when this Jinx gets her Infinity Edge,
But
it's going to
that
be
kill,
so
I believe he
difficult.
did die at level 14. He's not going to be level 16 for this fight.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm aware. I mean, when she gets to level 16 is what I mean.
But this fight is for the soul. Now, if you're
Yeah.
Invul, are you strong enough to take it? You're 40 seconds out. Twitch hasn't recalled. Lonar is checking the recall now. They might be late to this Drake. Will
Thing
they?
is, though, if you look at that fight, that was without the Lulu as well.
Yeah.
Lulu is it's another You are two champions when you have a Lulu.
A slice. He's looking for a flank here. He is looking for Scuffle. Babasan just shadowing his mid laner, shadowing his carry. And you can see AaB are coming into mid lane to get this prio. Baba's gonna E forward, go into the realm of the shadows. As Slice, he's gonna be finding himself. He's gonna kick Bobas right to the back. Bobas gonna have to all away, but Lofty goes flying in. But I think you might have gone a bit too far there, my friend. He's gonna all back out. Marcusa's gonna all, and he's gonna hit 3 people. And that might be Isaac just dead. No, it's not. Oh. But that might just be Drake. That might be Soul. Slice might have just found an insane pick. That's gonna be a root down. Can Scuffed really do anything here? Babasan doesn't have it. He does have his ult. As Lana, he's gonna sneak away. And that's gonna be Soul free over for the side of Lotus. And okay.
You can see Bubba, he's really not having a fun time at all in this game. We're just finding it so difficult to do anything.
Slice just took the YOLO, like,
Yeah,
5-head hex
I mean,
gate.
yeah, I mean, obviously with the with Lofty, obviously you can see obviously Lee Sin's Q. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but Akali sure can flip. The difference between those two abilities, outside of Akali having the dash and Lee Sin having the execute, obviously, Akali's is infinite range. Meanwhile, Lee's is very very limited. Although it does do it does have that execute on it as well. But when if you hit the two things you can do with this combo.
Okay, Plander stealing the Gromp with the ult.
Oh, he got the Gromp
yeah,
with that?
yeah, he got it.
Yeah, but the thing you can do with Akali and Lee Sin mid jungle is that obviously it does take a lot of coordination, but one thing you can do is you can
Plander! Sanity's mad, he wants his Gromp back! You've been ulted, you've been ghosted, and oh my god, goodbye, my friend! And that's tier 1 down mid lane. Lotus take 1, can he get a second turret? And this game might have just been broken open for a second here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And the thing with this mid jungle combo is that you can use the
Another
kick
TP
and
to tier 2! Oh, there's this been cancelled! No!
Oh, this Kale is going to do so much with this push. I don't think she gets to back before Lee gets there.
He's gonna stop the recall. Slice, he's just gonna stall it out. As Lofty's gonna go into Bob, as he's gonna cast his ult once. He misses the E. He's got a second cast of ult. Will he eat for all 4? He's gonna ult forward. Babasan immediately turns. Lofty's like, yeah, no, I'm not taking that.
I mean, DD is coming out next for Diego, and I mean, it does make sense. I mean, he's not really having much problems with the Akali or the Vladimir. It's mainly the Lee Sin and the Twitch that he is struggling to deal with. Or the ones that
As they are collapsing quickly onto Scuffed. He's ghosted away. Zani's gonna flash over the Q. But Scuffed, he has a friend here. He's gonna be ulted. He's gonna get his ult up as well. He is going forward, but he is just taking so much damage. Lofty's going in onto Isaac. And can he find the kill? He's gonna flash, get the ult off. And he has his second cast of his E. Will he go forward onto Bobas? Will he YOLO it? No, he's not.
And I mean, I think that's probably the game at that point, to be honest. I mean, this Kale, it is scaling. Jinx is also scaling, but they've been caught out too many times. They've given up too much. It's just this Hextech Soul as well is just becoming such a problem for them.
I mean, we just have to say what a series Slice is having. First game, he's
absolutely unbelievable.
Like, look, Plander? Hello? Plander?
I think maybe a DC or something.
No, I think he ulted to ult the Baron, I think. So he was looking at Baron, and Lana was just like, oh no. Oh no.
I'm not meant to be here. Yeah, that's the thing with this comp. Like, you have the Lee Sin mobility, you have the Vlad move speed, you have the Twitch Q, you have the Akali burst. It's just so diff. If you get caught out, you are dead. You can't do anything. You have the Lulu ult, you have the Lulu heal, Jinx is trapped, anything, Kale ult even. You can't get away. It's so difficult with the way they're playing it. I think Invul are having a very, very good series, though.
Yeah.
Really dominant.
I mean, they're trying to play around their win conditions as quickly as possible. They've got their Elder Dragon as well. The Elder Dragon will be up in 2 minutes. They've got Baron buff right now. What can they achieve with this? They've taken all the turrets mid. They've got the inhib turrets. They might just look to 4-1 this, as Lana is really far forward. He's going to spot. They're going to find Lana. He's going to have to flash away. The Viego will come through. The kick straight through. Lana, no! That's just a Twitch moment.
Just walking way too far up and immediately getting punished for it. Now we have a fight in our hands.
That is a Twitch moment. That's a Lana moment.
That was so funny to look at.
Viego and Twitch just chilling, both invisible. They can't see me, and then they both spot each other, and Twitch. I'm in danger. It's all planned,
It's
though.
like I don't know how much Netflix you watch. I don't know if you've watched Umbrella Academy.
No, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it.
Okay, well, someone who's watching might know what I mean. That there's this scene in it where basically two of the characters are pretty shocked to see each other, and they drive by each other, and they give each other this weird look as they're going by, like they both.
Oh yeah, I've seen the meme.
Yeah.
I've seen yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was like with two invisible champions just walking past each other.
Wait, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're not meant to be here. Yeah.
There's Elder Dragon up in 1 minute now, 58 seconds. Sanity hard shoving his top lane. They're trying to get as much of a Baron as they can. The Invul Baron power play not doing too well. As we do see almost 4k gold lead for Invul. Sanity almost level 16. When this flag is 16 as well, it is a bit of a Monka W.
Yeah, a couple of things though, particularly in the shop.
Oh no.
And I won't say this quite yet.
Oh no, Sanity. He's gonna go after the KO. You are just running at someone that auto attacks you. He gets the heal out. Can he get a second cast of Q? I think he should just die. He's gonna Zhonya's.
But one thing is though, the Kale is not. I don't think she's. No, she will be there in time though. She definitely will.
Then they can't fight this. I don't think they can fight this.
But okay, something I wanted to point out is that Malphite has finished the Force of Nature, so he is essentially immune to Vlad or Akali.
Oh, Bobas. Slice is looking for him again. No, Barbisan's running forward. He's going to go straight for Slice. No. Slice going to go lofty onto 3. Izak just takes a lot of damage, but Slice is going to be the first to fall. Izak been berserk, but Izak's going to fall as well. And lofty gets a huge ult for everyone. Oh my god, what a mid laner.
And you can see just she waited. All these peel cooldowns, the polymorph, the Kale ult, all these cooldowns are gone, and she can just, she just goes straight in. There's nothing to stop her. Really, really well played from him.
We just had an Akali moment. Also, Slice played that fight really well. What is this team, man?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna point out that the Kale had finished Rabadon. She had an extra stopwatch. Jinx also had Infinity Edge, but they didn't have the Akali, so they don't win.
He waited. We was memeing him earlier for the damage that he was doing. That's also that's when he had like a 2-item Akali, by the way.
Yeah, I mean the itemization is also very good though. I mean the early void stuff into the Viego with Merc Treads, etc. And obviously, with the added magic pen from the passive of Rocket Belt. But definitely he did go under the radar for the majority of this game, It was all Zanity and this Lee Sin and then a Slice, excuse me. And then all of a sudden he pops up and here he is.
Yeah, it's
reminding everyone of the Riot Champ Design team that they do actually exist.
We call that Loftition.
Loftition.
That's what we call that, the Loftition moment. We had a Lonar moment earlier with the Twitch.
Yeah.
That's a Loftition moment right there.
I do keep butchering the names because I'm with at least with like what I can see, the names are cut off a little bit. On the left.
Yeah.
I can only see Titian.
Good.
And I don't have a good memory. So.
That's all you need to worry about. He's an absolute Titian with it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Lana. He might have found Panda here, and that's an Elder buff. Oh, bye. Goodbye.
He's a man on a Titian.
Another Twitch moment.
Another Twitch moment. 3 auto attacks with the Elder buff, and you explode. But Kale is level 17.
Level 17, 7k gold down. Almost 4 items on the KO. But you're into an Elder Dragon. They don't have Baron They don't have Baron. Baron's up in 46 seconds.
I wouldn't be shocked to see one team fight win the game for...
They're looking for... Lotus are going to look for it.
For AaB. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's going to be one inhib down. Mid lane is pushing in. The bot lane has still got tier 2 up, and you see Sanity's already here. They're probably going to get both of these inhibs and probably back up for the Baron. Going to be a huge play for Invul here.
You can see this Vlad, just the Q3 damage really stacking up.
Yeah, he's a bit spooky now. He did lose his Dark Seal stacks though.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 5. But I mean,
he had 10. He had 10. He had 10.
He was getting all the
no.
out of his system before he gets
Lana,
his res.
I see the Twitch scurrying forward, laughing. I'm scared. Isaac, be worried.
I was hiding.
As they are moving on, the Jinx rocket comes through. Not gonna do anything onto the Baron. They're not even taking it that quick. They are just chilling, taking it slow. And I mean, they can set up for this death push at the bot lane. As Lofty is still chilling in a bush on the flank, just to see if anyone face checks it. But they do not want to separate as 5.
Yeah, they're really just all sticking right on top of each other.
Hold hands.
I think one thing is this Renata pick is working out a lot better than I thought it would.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, when you have 2 auto attackers and someone empowers an auto attack, it's kind of insane.
yeah.
Like Isaac died, I believe, in the last Renata rule. After getting, to be fair, he got everything off, so he was fine. But he dies to the Renata rule, and it also stalls out the Kayle and the Jinx from really auto-attacking the enemy champions. Allows Lofty and Slice to find anything. As you see Invul with the Baron now. Elder Dragon in 2 minutes 46. The buffs are very, very split. But they are moving in. Going to take this tier 2 bot. We're going to be probably looking for one last gasp fight for AaB to tie this series up, make it go to the last game of the season. Obviously, I do believe they most likely have secure playoffs, so they should be fine. The Slice is going to go in. Look for the insect, the Warthog insect. I mean, he's going to kick Scuffed in, but Scuffed is just going to not die. He's going to and I think, who is that? Is Sanity under the turret, and Scuffed is still alive. The Jinx rocket goes wide. It's gonna be Bob as the falls. Lofty's gonna ult forward. The Jinx rocket's gonna the Lulu ult's gonna save Jinx.
Yeah, you can see the Akali or 2 would have definitely executed the Jinx, but the Lulu with the I don't know what the ult is called, but the Lulu ult actually the knockup cancelled the second or 2.
Wild Growth?
The second or Wild Growth, thank you, that's what it is. Yeah, the Wild Growth cancelled Akali's or 2 and it
Lofty with a
TP.
TP. And that's 3 inhibitors down. But Scuffed is still alive. Level 18 Kayle. He's got 4 items, 4.5 items. He can absolutely clean up this. They're gonna go forward. They're gonna look for it. Scuffed is looking for him. Marcusa's gonna take a lot of damage. Lofty's gonna take a lot of damage. Lonar's gonna take a lot of damage. But Lofty's gonna go in. He's gonna find just ult over the top, not auto. But he's just getting his fade run real quick. Scuffed is angry. This Kayle is very angry. It's his Kayle moment, Monka W. They're gonna go forward. There's gonna be 1. No, Invul. No. Run. There's gonna be Marcusa. He's gonna fall with the Lulu ult. But Lono's gonna flash 1. He's gonna flash to the side. Can he find anything? But no. Scuffed has the ult. Lono's gonna have everything. And it's gonna be a triple kill over to the Kayle. And Lotus might have just pushed it too far.
The Elder is up in 50 seconds too. And
they will be. Most of them will be up. It's gonna be Lona who's gonna be 10 seconds out. But they have.
There is fighting spirit left. In AaB. It's not over yet.
The game is not over.
It's okay, we win late.
Scale. Scale. Scale hope.
I've always wondered actually for quite a while if Kayle's name was meant to rhyme with scale.
Oh.
Like I'm wondering, was that a deliberate design choice?
Slice? He's gonna ward hop away. I mean, again, Slice last fight. Slice almost found the pick. But Scuffed managed to ult in time. Because if he got that kick back perfectly and they managed to burst Scuffed out, the game was over.
Yeah, I mean that's 3 inhibitors though. This pressure is going to be so difficult.
And the Elder Dragon's up. They're all gonna go for it.
They're not going to be there in time.
Oh no! It might be a flip. Boba's gonna find his way through, but they're just gonna hold off this choke. The Vlad ult onto 3. Bobas. Marcusa's gonna ult through. It's gonna hit no one, but Babasan has to ult, and then the Elder Dragon's not dead yet. Lofty's gonna ult in. He's gonna find 1. Scuffed is so low. The Wild Grow over the top. Scuffed is trying to clean up the stopwatch. Isaac's really low, but Lofty finds 2. Can he find a 3rd? He's not good. He is gonna find it. He did survive. How did he survive that? He gets a triple kill.
Loftition solo winning 2 fights in a row, making me proud of
Slice
my
finds the
champion.
kill, and that's gonna be the game. That's gonna be the series. Invul Lotus take first seed. Lofty with a heroic performance. Lofty Akali moments. Oh my god, this team.
Making me so proud to name this champion.
Oh my Jesus. Oh, as I say we're gonna be right back, we're not gonna be right back, because there's nothing to be right back to. It's an Invul Loftition difference.
A really, really good performance.
Oh my god, he's quiet for 20 minutes and then he finds 2 insane kills. As Lotus, I believe, I see Dan in chat. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we have just secured first seed for Invul Lotus for playoffs. Because I believe we have, as 9-1 at the top. As we should pick a player of the series. As
I think it's gotta be Slice.
I think
obviously really good performance from Loftition in the last game, but
Slice for the first game and the second game early, playing it very well, finding some incredible picks on Lee Sin.
Yeah, really well played.
I want to give a shout out to Marcusa, very quiet. We didn't really give him much praise in game, but his Renata ult's very clinical, and also Lonar for your Twitch moments and your Lonar moments. As Lofty would like to call for an interview, I will add him into this. As we will just wait for him for a moment. Where is he? There he is. As we wait for our mid lane king. I want to hear from the man, the myth, the legend, as he joins us. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Congratulations on first seed.
Jesus Christ. Good day.
First question I want to ask: what was your reaction when you hit that Akali ult in the first one? The first big one, not the second one, the first one.
Oh, you want me to remember something that happened more than 10 minutes ago, and that's just not in my head. But I mean, I was piss chilling first game, you know. I lock Yasuo, it's the first time we played. And then second game, we locked the Akali, which we practiced yesterday, so. Yeah.
Do you play her a lot? Is this like a champion you
I mean, the reason why we started playing it was, I mean, we thought it's good champ, and then I hadn't really played it, and then I got autofilled to top lane, so I played some Akali top lane. So thank you Solo Q, got me some practice.
Yeah.
But it was like, we obviously do some prep for teams.
What part of that draft made you go, you know, oh, this is good Akali here? Because obviously she's one of the worst blind picks mid in the game.
I mean, yeah, it's mostly that when we picked our, like, the way we had picked our team comp, we were very set up to play flanks and play make them all stress in team fights, and they had obviously wanted to
I saw
go front
your
to
team
back.
comp. I'm in Akali one trick. I saw your team comp, and it felt good outside of the Vlad, you know.
Yeah.
But I thought you might have struggled a little bit against particularly the Lulu and the Kayle ult. But
I mean,
you did really, really well.
The Lulu Kayle is obviously like, it's a combo, but the Kayle does take a while to get going. Obviously, she did get going, like you saw. We got like
we saw.
But at the same time, like where Kayle like ultra thrives would be like, let's say we just match their scaling team comp fighting, like we play like fucking Twitch Yumi or something, right? Then we just play full front to back. Then I don't think this game is very easy to play, or like, because they obviously just have one of the best teamfight champs on 2 roles with Jinx and Kayle. So we just wanted to split up the teamfights as much as possible and make it hard for them.
Yeah.
And I think we did that very well. Like, aside from 2 throws, we're actually pretty happy with how we played this game.
Yeah.
You know, happens. Also, I just like, Slice is such a fucking MVP. Did like, this guy is so good.
We said this. Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, there's one moment I want to ask, right? When Lonar walks forward in Twitch Invis, and then he sees the Viego in Invis, what are the comms?
Yes.
And he just died. What are the comms? Does he just go, oh?
He said, I think I quote that he says, No, I'm griefing, guys. So,
I
I
think that
mean,
was similar to what we said on the stream.
Because he ran forward and it's like, okay, that's a normal Twitch player. And then we see the Viego just chilling, like just stood there.
Yeah.
And then they cross
Yeah.
paths and it's like, oh, okay, he's dead.
We're zoomed out into a position where we can basically see like from red side tier 1 all the way to inhib. And
Yeah.
we see the Twitch, just stroll past his team, and I thought he was just gonna stop at one point. He just kept walking.
It's a Lana moment.
Yeah, he just kept
I
going.
mean,
He had no
Lana
plans on
is, like,
stopping.
how I would define this guy is like the biggest psychopath I've ever played with, and I love him so
Yeah.
much, because like
Yeah,
he will 9 times out of 10 make a really aggressive play that no one else would make, and he will 9 times out of 10 work out, and then sometimes
I'm griefing,
know,
guys.
It's a Lana moment.
I'm
it's a
griefing,
Lana
guys.
moment.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
obviously, overall, that series, the first game was a stomp. Like,
Yes.
like Slice just decided, you know what, screw you.
I think we were all very happy coming out of draft in that game because they
Yeah,
had kind of indexed that they wanted to
I said in
play.
the first game that game felt over from jump select.
Yeah, I think because they really heavy indexed that because we knew that they don't play Diana from before.
Mm.
So they do hard index these like Yasuo comps where they play like a Malphite top or something.
Yeah, I do want to
Yeah.
I do want to quote Lana on the first draft. Small official outdraft.
Yeah. But it's like, so we were like kind of sitting there and it comes down to 10 seconds and we actually just asked like, should we just take the Yasuo ourselves? We have Diana, like can't be that difficult, right? And then like I just screamed that we should just slam it, and then we slam it, and then I'm laughing until we get to like 30 seconds in game, so it's like good times.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
your first ult could have gone better. You
Yes.
did get 2v2'd, and then
But did you see my Q predict on Ezreal on mid?
yeah, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I forgot that happened
Ours,
because
I think ours missed it, didn't you? Or what happened? Because I brought it up to you and you were shocked to hear it.
no, I saw it happen, but like my brain just switched off, and it was just like, oh, that's lofty, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expect these things from him, even if he's like, oh yeah, I'm first timing Yasuo in a
threw
professional
it,
game.
and you threw it, right? And I was like, oh, he's just throwing the wave, then he's not going to try and go for it. And the Ezreal shifted into it. Oh, it's so clean. So I watch, I don't know if you know who Netherim is, the really good Thresh player. He
I do
does
not
like
know
a lot
this
of
guy.
things like that. No, he does things like that where you like, every engage support, like,
I mean, yeah.
flash predicts. It's so nice to watch.
I
It's
think
just so nice.
it's like it's the thing where like if you just throw it straight at them, they will never die, right? So you
Yeah.
just gamble on them doing that, and then they actually have a possibility to die. But I don't know. I'm really really proud of our people, right? Because like I think the funny part is that we had like, because we look at our standings, right, and we were like doing really well. We dropped a game to Viperio, but then we were also like sitting here, and obviously AaB was the other like team who had also done really well, and we were pretty like, and not to say scared, but like kind of nervous because obviously if they go like this, they're doing something right. But we were also like, when we got in game, I feel like we got more confidence because we just realized that they were not as good as maybe we had like prepared
Yeah.
for. So it felt really good to play these games. I feel like we prepared well. My top laner and jungler played from like a sauna in the rooms because heatwave is nice, but it's a good time.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
mean, do we have a result on the other game?
well, no,
There is-
obviously AaB have to play Hydras, so that's their final game is going to be at Hydras. So with our result, we sit 9-1. AaB now are 7-3, and Hydras are 5-3.
Where is the first team though? Is what I was asking. Do we?
Oh,
do
I
we
don't
how that game
know.
ended?
They joined the chat. If anyone wants to give me an update, I think Chaos was watching that game. I'm not really sure. If anyone, but I'll give an update on Division 3.2, which is the Lotus division. Lotus now top 9-1. Dropped the game to Viperio. I can't believe he did this. AaB now fall to second. They're 7-3. This is on the game score, and Hydra's currently 5-3. They still have to play AaB. So those two, I would say tune into that because that's to get into playoffs. And then Lotus's last games against Flong, who are currently
We're essentially just looking at Lotus, being SKT 2015 to 17 then at the minute.
I mean, I'm looking at other divisions and I'm like seeing like Espagada with 2 teams into playoffs. I'm like,
we have Prime Faker on reworked Akali mid.
oh no, don't give him ego, please.
I mean, the thing is, like, my ego was so gone after like our last officials because I played them like a complete dog, so it's fine. Like, I have tuned it down. But today, You know I was Faker. You know I was Faker. That's right.